Bringing people and communities together on seclosounds.org.
Your listening station.
Hi, I'm Terry Sullivan and welcome to today's Sticks Radio Show. On the show today I have Felicity, Rhys and Adam Redmayne as my guests. They are from the UK Touring Theatre Company. Tonight they're starting their tour in the area with a play called Miss Julie at Stowe School. Let's start the show off with two in a row from one of my favourite bands. I had the pleasure of seeing them a couple of weeks ago on the 22nd of September. This is Madness. We're going to be playing first Driving in My Car and then the classic Tomorrow's Just Another Day.
MK Flyers Online, the fast and simple way to find any kind of business or service locally. Find us at mkflyersonline.co.uk or download the MK Flyers mobile app from your app store. MK Flyers Online proudly supports Seclo Sounds, community radio for Milton Keynes.
For an hour of country music, from the 1930s to the present day. Join me, Irene Entwistle, Monday evenings, 7 p.m. on Seclo Sounds. Seclo Country with Irene Entwistle on Seclo Sounds.
them say tomorrow's just another day. I hear them say it gets better every day. I hear them say tomorrow's just another day. Tomorrow's just another day. Listen, love, trying to take it in. All these facts leave me in the swim. It's down and down, there is no up. I think that I've run out of luck. I hear them say tomorrow's just another day. I hear them say it gets better every day. I hear them say tomorrow's just another day. Tomorrow's just another day. Walking now over covered ground. There's a chance if I move around. I need a moment to reflect on the friendships I have wrecked. Why is it time? Don't I always try? I hear them say tomorrow's just another day. I hear them say it gets better every day. I hear them say tomorrow's just another day. I hear them say it gets better every day. I heard them say tomorrow's just another day. I hear them say tomorrow's just another day. Tomorrow's just another. I hear them say tomorrow's just another day. I hear them say it gets better every day. I hear them say tomorrow's just another day. Tomorrow's just another. I hear them say tomorrow's just another day. I hear them say it gets better every day. I hear them say tomorrow's just another day.
This morning on the show I have two guests. I have Felicity, Rhys and Adam Redmayne of the UK Theatre Company. Good morning to you both.
Hello.
Hello there.
You're touring in a play called Miss Julie, which is on tonight at the Stowe School. We'll talk about that later. Let's first talk to Felicity. You're the artistic director of the UK Touring Theatre Company. Tell us a little bit about your background.
Sure. Well, I've been an actress for 12 years. I trained at the East 15 Acting School in Essex, which is where people such as Alison Steadman actually trained there.
Really?
It was set up in the 60s, and it was following the theatre workshop, which was set in Stratford East in the 60s. So the whole idea of the school is it was based around method acting, where you actually become the character and really go into the depths of the psychology of your character. So it's fascinating training. So I trained there 12 years ago, and I've been working in the theatre ever since. So I've done quite a lot of touring. I've toured around the UK and also overseas as well. And last year, 2012, myself and my colleague Adam Redmayne, who's here with me now, we've worked quite a lot together in the past, and we decided to set up UK Touring Theatre. And Miss Julie is our first production. We did a first tour of it this spring, which went to 13 venues around the UK, and it was so popular that we're doing a second tour, as part of which we're coming to Bucks, Herts and Bedfordshire as well.
That's right across the three counties. What actually sort of got you into acting? When did you sort of thought, I'd love to be an actress?
Well, I've always been very interested in acting. As a child, I did a lot of dancing and ballet, all these things that young girls like to do, and young boys as well. So I've always been very interested in it. As a child, I grew up in southwest Wales, and when I was younger, there wasn't as many opportunities around as maybe there are for children today. So when I was about 15, they did set up a youth theatre in my town, and I was very excited about that, and I joined that, and I did lots of productions, and that's when the bug really hit me, I suppose. And then I went off to drama school after doing my A-levels, and it's all gone from there.
Because you were in Torchwood a couple of years ago, wasn't it? Or a few
I
years
was,
ago?
yeah. I did a guest role in Torchwood, which was great fun. It was nice to work with people such as John Barrowman, who's a great actor. I've also done quite a lot of Welsh television, but I'm a Welsh actress originally, so I've done the Welsh soap operas such as Poblakum. Obviously, Torchwood also filmed in Wales, so that's a connection there. And I also did a drama series called Die which ran for 2 years on ITV in Wales. So I did quite a lot of television as well, but I'm mainly focused on theatre nowadays.
Okay. I'm glad you pronounced those, because I was struggling looking at those and thinking I could have fun with these. That's why I touched on Torchwood first.
Yeah.
What does you're the artistic director and producer. What does an artistic director do in a theatre company?
Well, Adam and I are kind of joint artistic directors on the project. So it means that we make the artistic decisions about what kind of plays we put on, putting together an artistic team for each show, etc. So making general artistic decisions about what we want to do as a theatre company, what kind of work we want to present, what kind of audiences we want to connect with, and that kind of thing. And then on a practical level, when we do a project such as Miss Julie, we have to put the creative team in place. So we choose a director for that specific play. We choose the other creatives such as lighting designers, costume makers, that kind of thing. So it's overseeing the artistic ideal of what we want to achieve with each project.
I mean, what's the difference? I mean, I go to the theatre a lot, and I probably should have asked this question before. What's the difference between a director and a producer? Apart from the wages.
Wages? I don't know about that. I mean, theatre's notoriously not that well paid.
No, I was teasing.
We do it for the love. But yes, the difference is, well, the director of the show, the director of this particular show is Dennis Noonan, who directed Miss Julie. So he takes responsibility for that particular play and how it looks and how the actors perform, etc. The artistic director of the company has more of a general control over every artistic decision the company makes and then puts in place the director of the show. And the producer, I suppose, is more it is, in some ways, it's the kind of nuts and bolts of it. It's looking after the finances of the company, organising, kind of more day-to-day organising, I suppose, of everything, looking after the marketing, putting the marketing budgets in place, organising the logistics of the tour. So it kind of is, they work hand in hand, but with being a small company, I'm kind of doing both roles on that respect, whereas Adam, who's next to me here, is also taking artistic control with me, and then he's also specialising in the kind of education side, which we do as well.
Yeah, that's good. All right, well, let's have a little chat with Adam, if I may.
Yes, of course. I'll just pass you over.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello, Adam. Pleasure to speak to you. Let's talk about your early life and how you got into acting. We've already spoken to Felicity. When did the acting bug strike you? I'll get my teeth organised in a minute.
Well, I come from the Isle of Man originally.
Yeah, it must have been because I mean, it's quite a small... I've never actually been, but I do know people who've been there. It's a very sort of small place, isn't it?
Yes, it's 33 miles by 13 and a half, and it's very, very beautiful. It's a bit like a microcosm of the British Isles. It's got all of the best features packed into a small area. Ah,
okay. So obviously, when you were at school, I would have thought the opportunities were fairly limited for what you did.
Well, actually, our school was very good.
Was it? Okay.
On school plays, and I did a production of Ruddy Gore, Gilbert and Sullivan operetta. Mm-hmm. I played Bill Sykes in Oliver, which I think was what really got me going with the acting bug. And we did some Shakespeare at school as well.
Really? And what was that? Was that junior? I guess that was senior school.
Oh yes.
Yeah. And that's what really excited you, was it? Did you when you did the Oliver?
Yes. Funnily enough, it was a musical that actually got me into it in the first place. And I'm not really a musical actor anymore. I'm much more of a classical actor. But yes, I really enjoyed the production of Oliver, the camaraderie of the cast, and I thought I want to do some more of this.
So you went away you obviously left the Isle of Man.
That's right, yep. I went to a school called LAMDA, the London Academy of Music and Dramatic Art, and I did a three-year course there. And since then, I've done a lot of Shakespeare, quite a lot of touring. I've also done some work on BBC Radio, and here we are with UK Touring Theatre.
Because you've travelled, because I was just reading a little bit about you, you've travelled to Southeast Asia.
Yes, that's right, yes.
That must
I
have been...
used to travel over there with, I went over with several productions. Did Julius Caesar in Singapore, and Romeo and Juliet, The Crucible, and also Hedda Gabler.
Would that have been sort of to expats, or would that have been to the locals?
It was both, really. Did it both.
Okay. Because it must have been interesting to see how sort of the Singapore people, reacted to the English theatre as such, because of Panto's one of those things. I think it's one of those things. Anyhow, people either love it or hate it. It's a little bit like Marmite. But I've got some sort of American friends, and they look at Panto and they think, "What the devil?" and they have no idea what's going on, and it's sort of well over their head. So I just wondered, because I know you both worked abroad, and I know Felicity's worked over in Russia and Asia as well. And there must be sort of lots of sort of, A, the language problem, and B, the sort of almost cultural problems.
Well, actually, in Singapore, where we did a lot of our work, English is the national language. In Singapore,
That's true,
there's
yes.
cultural mix, Chinese, Indian, and the indigenous Malay. So what tends to happen there a lot is that the school children will have lessons in their mother tongue, as they call it, and they'll also learn English. So they're very keen over there for theatre companies to come over and do productions in the English language. And we found, actually, particularly when we did Romeo and Juliet, that it struck certain chords that you wouldn't expect it to strike over here. The relationship between Juliet and the nurse was particularly one that struck a chord, because they all have maids.
That's true, actually. I remember many years ago I saw a Japanese version of, a Japanese version it was, of the famous Scottish play, and it was like, it was surreal. I mean, all these, at the end, they were firing arrows at him. It was very surreal. It was so, it was really odd, and of course it was all in subtitles, which I find a problem anyhow, to concentrate on the film and concentrate on that. Now, I need to ask you, how did you and Felicity sort of cross paths, and how did you get together to found the UK Touring Theatre Company?
Well, we worked together in 2004 on
quite a
an
while
Alan
ago.
Ayckbourn play at the English Theatre of Hamburg. That was when we first met.
Okay. And when did the sort of, whose idea was the company that just set up this company?
Well, it was a joint idea, really. We had both done a lot of touring in Europe and internationally, and we decided that we wanted to set up our own company and do it ourselves.
Okay. I mean, it's a hell of a risk, isn't it, really, nowadays with theatre. Theatre's, well, it's now coming back, but it struggled for a few years, didn't it, a little while ago. I think when the recession hit, I think that was one of the things that sort of struggled a little bit. I love the theatre. I probably go possibly once a week, certainly once every fortnight. I'm very fortunate. And it was one of those things. So it's sort of a bit of a risk to start a new venture this sort of time, in this sort of climate, really, isn't it?
Yes, well, I think there are always risks into going into business, but basically the objectives that we have as UK Touring Theatre is to bring classic theatre to people across the UK without them having to travel to London. And there is a strong appetite for that, because we found when we approached the theatres that they were very interested in taking our work, because there is a large section of the audience out there who just want to see classic plays done pretty much as they were written, and a lot of modern productions that you see now. You'll get a play that was written in 1900 set in outer space or something.
Oh, yeah.
With Miss Julie, we're actually presenting it very, very close to the original production.
Okay. You're not looking to do... you say you're looking to do classic theatre. We'll talk about Miss Julie in a minute. You say you're looking to do classic theatre. You're not looking to branch out into other things? You think the sort of musical circuit and the sort of, should we say, the musicals and sort of like the comedy theatre are already taken care of? You're looking for, should we say, the niche with the classic theatre, are you?
Well, there are some very funny plays in the classical canon as well. We don't have any plans to do a musical as yet. But
No, I think
never say never.
no, it could be. But don't call me. I can't sing. I'm an absolutely terrible singer. So.
But I mean, at the moment, we're basically. I mean, Miss Julie is a period drama, and we're presenting it very very close to the original play as it was written in 1888.
The Drive Time Show with Nigel G every Monday to Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. online at seclosounds.org. The best mix of music and fun to wind down your day. Listen out for A Slice of Cheese, The Rotten Tomato and Remember the Bees. Intrigued? Don't miss the Drive Time Show with Nigel G every Monday to Friday from 4 to 6 p.m. on seclosounds.org.
I pictured a rainbow. You held it in your hands. I had flashes. But you saw the plan. I wandered out in the world for years. While you just stayed in your room. I saw the crescent. You saw the whole of the moon. The whole of the moon. You were there in the turnstiles with the wind at your heels. You stretched for the stars and you know how it feels to reach too high
That was the Water Boys and the Hole in the Moon. Let's rejoin Adam and Felicity. Well, let's talk about Miss Julie. It's coming to 3 venues locally. Tonight it's at the Stowe School. It's a lovely setting there. And then you're travelling to the Hawthorne Theatre on Thursday, the 3rd of October. That's the Hawthorne Theatre in Welwyn Garden City. And then the final night of the tour, so that'll be a great night. You're coming to the Grove Theatre. That's Saturday, the 19th of October, and that's the Grove Theatre in Dunstable. Yeah. Very nice theatre. Well, in fact, all 3 venues are absolutely lovely. I've had the pleasure of going to all 3. Let's. Should we talk about Miss Julie now?
Yes, definitely. Yeah.
Great stuff. It's written by August Strindberg.
That's right.
And it's a tale of lust, class conflict, and boundaries broken. Sounds a bit like EastEnders, really, doesn't it?
Well, actually, Scandinavian drama has been very popular on TV. Well, actually, in TV and in novels over the last.
That's right. We've got Stig Larsson, haven't you? And
That's right. You've got Stig Larsson. You've got
Joe Nesbo.
What was the successful series that was on the Bridge?
And there's Wallander as well, wasn't there?
Wallander, yeah.
Yes.
The Killing, that's the one I was
The Killing, yes, I remember that one, yes.
Well, this is where modern Scandinavian drama started.
Yeah, it's funny, you get like this hotbed of drama and hotbed of things, and it's sort of like, suddenly you get one, and then, I think Stig Larsson was the first one, and then there's Joe Nesbo suddenly come on board, hasn't he? And he's, I've not read any of his books, I have read the Stig Larsson books, and I think most people have read them. They were sort of very hot a couple of years ago, and then they made a couple of films, and, the Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, and they made a bit of a mess of it as far as I'm concerned. I much preferred the book than the film, but... So, tell us a little bit more about the play, Miss Julie.
Well, as I say, it's set in 1888 in Sweden on Midsummer's Eve, which is a huge celebration across the whole of Scandinavia. The servants are having a big party outside, and Miss Julie, the Count's daughter, starts a relationship with... Jean, the Count's valet. I'm going to hand you over to Felicity for a little bit more.
Okay, that's fine. You're playing Jean, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
You are. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Hi, Terry.
Hello, Felicity.
Hi. So, yeah, as Adam was saying, it's a period drama.
Mm-hmm.
And the plot, basically, is that it's set in 1888 in Sweden on Midsummer's Eve. And the entire play actually happens in the servants' kitchen. So it's an upstairs, downstairs kind of story. So it's perfect for fans of Downton Abbey, etc., because it's that kind of setting.
Mm-hmm.
It's all set in the servants' kitchen over one night. Kristin, the cook, is in the kitchen, as is Jean, the valet, who's played by Adam, who you've just been speaking to. Myself, I'm playing Miss Julie, and the action all kind of kicks off when Miss Julie decides to join the servants in the kitchen. Over the period of the play, a relationship develops between Miss Julie and Jean, and then the rest of the play deals with the fallout from that. So it's quite an exciting kind of battle of the classes and battle of the sexes, really. So
it's heavy drama rather than action. Perhaps is not the right word, is it? It's tense
heavy
drama
at times, but there's also some humour in it. So it's not all doom and gloom. It's very entertaining, definitely, and there is a lot of humour, particularly between Kristin and Jean. And there are definitely some laughs in there. But it's a very much an upstairs, downstairs kind of story, so perfect for people who like Downton Abbey and that kind of thing.
Well, that's good. Because it was translated from scratch very quickly, wasn't it?
Our production?
Yes.
Well, not so quickly. It took about 8 months.
Well, that's... to translate something, I would think that's pretty quick for me.
It was quite an in-depth process. What we did, actually, with the translation was it was myself and our Swedish language advisor, Christina, who is Swedish.
Mm-hmm.
We did a literal translation. So we went back to the original Swedish text. And because we'd looked at quite a lot of different English translations of the play, we decided we wanted to do our own. We wanted to make it a bit more accessible to a modern audience, etc., without losing Strindberg's original intentions. So Christina Ellender and I went through the original Swedish script, and we made a literal word-for-word English translation, which was the first step. and then obviously that was quite rough, because when you translate things literally, there are idioms and things that don't always make sense. So then what we did was Dennis Noonan, the director, and Adam and myself worked with the text over a period of about 6 more months, developing it and improvising around the lines, etc., which is a really interesting process.
So it's taken about 12 months from inception to actually appear on the stage as such.
Yes. So by the time obviously the first thing was the translation, which took a long time in the development, and then obviously there's all the usual things that go towards putting a production on. You get your cast in place, you get your creatives in place, the lighting designers, and so on. So it's quite a long process putting it on.
And I suppose, I'm not knowing the theatre only going, I should imagine the touring, one night here, one night there, is actually has its own sort of hazards. Whereas, if you're in a situ for a week, or even, say 3 months or 3 weeks, moving each night, or moving on each night, has its own sort of problems, both logistically and sort of, other things as well.
Oh, definitely. From a performer's point of view, it's quite tiring, doing a show one night and then going to the next town the next day, etc. So it's quite tiring. It's not as glamorous as it sounds.
Everybody thinks it's glamorous, don't they? I've met actors and actresses before, and they all say, "Oh, sounds nice, but it's late nights, lots of travelling, long days. It really isn't.
Yeah,
it
is, but it is really good fun, and there's a real camaraderie you have on the road as well. In this production, there's 4 of us on the road. There's the 3 actors, so it's myself, Adam, and Laura Kate, who's playing Kristin. That's Laura Kate Gordon. And we also have a technical stage manager with us, Joe Price, who is doing a fantastic job. And in fact, in some ways, he's got the hardest job of all, because he has to, in every venue, you were talking about the challenges. Joe, in every venue, when we get there, when we got to Stowe today, Joe has to do all the lights for that venue, and obviously different venues are different sizes, they have different lighting equipment, different sound equipment, and so on. So going back a long time before we started the tour, Joe was doing lighting plans for every different venue and sending them out and liaising with the teams in every venue, the technical people, staff at the theatre, and then when we get there, he's the one that's in charge, kind of getting it all to look nice and beautiful on stage. So he's got a very tough job, but he's doing a wonderful job. He's great.
That's great. That to be honest with you, the acoustics in a lot of theatres are so different. So that must be a real thing for him. And I suppose for you as well as an actress, an actor, to actually project your voice in some theatres, it must be a lot different to it is at other theatres.
Yeah, they do vary, and we're doing different size venues as well on the tour, which obviously affects the acoustics. But what we tend to do, as actors, when you're used to touring, it's a real skill, to be honest, when you're used to it. What we do in each venue is we'll do a kind of sound check. Obviously, Joe's doing his sound check with the music and things in the show, but us actors will always do a vocal warm-up in each space and work out what the acoustics are like. One of us will stand at the back of the room and you kind of judge how much you need to push or if you don't need to push and that kind of thing. So we work together as a team to do all that.
Okay, well, I'll let you get on because I know you obviously tonight you're at Stowe School and I won't keep you much longer. Just we'll talk about, we'll just quickly go through the dates and everything where people can see you. It's the UK Touring Theatre production of the world premiere of a brand new English translation of Miss Julie. Yes. And you're on tonight.
We are tonight
at Stowe School, and that's Monday. That's Monday tonight. And then people can see if they can't come tonight, they can go to Welwyn Garden City to the Hawthorne Theatre, and that's Thursday the 3rd of October. And then the final night of the tour, which is maybe a little bit of a sort of disappointment to yourselves, is going to be at the Grove Theatre in Dunstable, and that's on the Saturday the 19th of October.
That's right. Yeah. So there's 3 chances for people in the 3 counties to come along and see us.
That's right.
I hope people can make it.
That'll be great. Well, thank you very much for your time today, Felicity.
Thank you very much.
And thank you very much for your time today, Adam.
Thank you, Terry.
Secular Sounds is the community radio station for Milton Keynes, producing a variety of programmes covering music, health, business, sports, faith, the arts, entertainment and much more. For more information about our programmes, visit the programme and schedule pages of our website www.seclosounds.org, as well as our replay page to hear what these programmes have to offer.
Sounds are screaming and the fires are howling way down in the valley tonight. There's a man in the shadows with the gum in his eye and a blade shining oh so bright. There's evil in the air and there's thunder in the sky and a killer's on the bloodshot streets. Oh, and down in the tunnel with a deadly horizon, oh, I swear I saw a young boy down in the gutter. He was starting to foam in the heat. Oh, baby, you're the only thing in this whole world that's pure and good and right. And wherever you are and wherever you go, there's always gonna be some light. But I gotta get out, I gotta break it out now before the final crack of dawn. So we gotta make the most of our one night together. When it's over, you know we'll both be so alone.
Before the gates of heaven, I'll come crawling on back to you.
This is Seclo Sounds, and you can listen to us by clicking Listen Live on our homepage at seclosounds.org for a choice of players. Via TuneIn Radio at www.tunein.com, search for Seclo Sounds and listen online or download the TuneIn app. You can download the Seclo Sounds iPhone app from the iTunes App Store, and you can listen to us on demand at our replay page.
That was a song I've been itching to play on the show for a while. That was the fabulous Meatloaf from Bad Out of Hell. Let's play another song. Let's play the classic song from the Cars. This is Drive.
Who's gonna tell you when it's too late? Who's gonna tell you things aren't so great? You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. What who's gonna drive you home tonight? Who's gonna pick you up when you fall? Who's gonna hang it up when you call? Who's gonna pay attention to your dreams? Yeah, who's gonna plug their ears when you scream? You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. But who's gonna drive you home tonight? Who's gonna hold it down when you shake? Who's gonna come around when you break? You can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight? Oh, you know you can't go on thinking nothing's wrong. Who's gonna drive you home tonight?
That was the Cars and the classic song Drive. On future weeks, we're going to be having hosted guests. We're going to be having best-selling author Adam Croft, 70s singer Steve Harley of Cockney Rebel. We're going to have Aaron Love, one of the original members of the Stylistics, on the show. Also, we're going to be joined by Foster and Allen, the Irish duo. Also, opera producer Ellen Kent. Also, a lady singer from Canada called Devon Sproul. Also, we've got lined up before Christmas: Gareth Gates, Jennifer Aniston, Warwick Davis, Dirty Dan himself, Leslie Grantham, hopefully will be joining us on the show, and also Gillian Wright. You may not know the name, but she's Jean from EastEnders, so we have a great host of guests joining us on the Sticks Radio Show in future weeks, in fact, on the run-up to Christmas. Going to play another great song now. This is one of my favourites, originally a hit for Edwin Starr. This is Frankie Goes to Hollywood's version of War.
For the discovery of beauty. How rich is the world for one who makes use of this discovery. Beauty must have power over man. After the end of the war, I want to devote myself to my thoughts for 5 to 10 years and to writing them down. Wars come and go. What remains are only the values of culture. Then, of course, there is revolutionary love. Love of comrades fighting for the people, and love of people. Not an abstract people, but people one meets and works with. When Che Guevara talked of love being at the center of revolutionary endeavor, he meant both. For people like Che or George Jackson or Malcolm X, love was the prime mover of their struggle, and love cost them their lives. Love coupled with immense pride. Love coupled with immense pride.
Without it again. There's got to be a better way. Yeah. What is it good for? War. Yeah. What is it good for?
That was Frankie Goes to Hollywood and the classic Raw. And then also we had Heatwave and Gangsters of the Groove. We're almost out of time today. As always, I'm Terry Sullivan. This has been the Sticks Radio Show. Until next week, it's bye for now. And I leave you with Eleanor Rigby by the Beatles.
Eleanor Rigby. Picks up the rice in the church where a wedding has been. Lives in a dream, waits at the window, wearing the face that she keeps in a jar by the door. Who is it for? All the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong? Father Mackenzie, writing the words of a sermon that no one will hear. No one comes near, look at him working, darning his socks in the night when there's nobody there. What does he care? All the lonely people, where do they all come from? All the lonely people, where do they all belong? Ah, look at all the lonely people. Ah, look at all the lonely people. Eleanor Rigby died in the church and was buried along with her name. Nobody came, Father Mackenzie, wiping the dirt from his hands as he walks from the grave. No one was saved, all the lonely people. Where do they all come from? All the lonely people. Where do they all belong?
Listen to the Styx Radio Show with me, Terry Sullivan, here on Seclo Sounds every Monday from 10 a.m. with guests from the world of entertainment and sport across hearts, beds and bucks.
MK Pulse proudly sponsors Seclo Sounds. MK Pulse is Milton Keynes' local magazine, bringing helpful information on food, health, fashion, money, travel, culture, and much more to 66,000 readers every month. Plus news, views, and what's on from around the city. If it's happening in Milton Keynes, it's in MK Pulse, and it's available online at www.mkpulse.co.uk. MK Pulse and Seclo Sounds, the heart and soul of the city.